Hey, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast coming at you with another live stream. Man, I usually like to do these on the weekdays, but had some time on Sunday. Sundays are for the family, but had a little bit of time today. A lot going on in sports. A lot happened on Saturday. Definitely jumping on to give you my takes on the Lakers down 0-3. Losing in LA to the Nuggets, who are making them their bitch. And also the Vasiliy Lomachenko and Devin Haney fight went down last night. Got to give you my reaction. I'm a huge boxing fan. Great fight. But I think the outcome of the fight went down the wrong path. Anyway, let's start this off with the Vasiliy Lomachenko fight. Great fight, man. I mean, let me tell you something. I'm a big high-tech guy. I'm a big Loma guy because the dude has done something that not a lot of athletes have done. He's one of those had a coveted career in the amateurs, started fighting, became a professional late because these guys in the amateurs, like in Russia and stuff like that, they fight for a very long time because they fight for the country. So once he came on the scene in the United States and in the professional boxing scene, this kid was the man. He's gone up and down because he lost to Teofilo Stevenson, but then came back. Teofilo Lopez, but he came back and kind of like, avenge that revenge. And I think this Haney fight was huge because it was his last shot at like undisputed title. You know what I'm saying? He wanted it to put that last, notch on his belt, right? This guy's Lomachenko is a 2-time Olympic gold medal, titles in 3 divisions, was recognized at one point as the best pound for pound fighter. He's 35 years old. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. Haney is the next guy up. He's actually been the man right now. He beat Kambosos convincingly. Haney is one of those guys that wants his respect. He came into this fight as the aggressor, as the guy, as being he took the role of the villain here, shoving Lomachenko in the pre-fight weigh-in. Look, it was just, he was being the guy that's saying, I want my respect. I get Haney. Haney is not recognizing this game as good as Lomachenko, and everybody is definitely giving Lomachenko his flowers and not appreciating Haney's greatness, which what he's accomplished, which, look, Haney, you got to give Haney credit. He's not that entertaining boxing as Lomachenko. He's a very, he's got to go to the body. He's not going to knock you out. He's not going to throw punches in bunches. But at the end of the day, he's a really good fighter, and he wants respect. And that's usually what happens when you fight Hall of Famers like Lomachenko. Jumping into this fight, the fight was a unanimous decision giving to Haney. Let me give you the scores, right? Haney, 112. It was 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and another judge cut it 115 to 113. I saw this fight last night. Honestly, this was not a unanimous decision, right? I'm going to give you my take on why. First and foremost, this should have either been, at worst, a draw, because it was a very even fight, right? There were some rounds that could have gone either way, depending on your taste and flavor for the boxing match. Are you the guy that goes for the aggressor, the guy that pushes forward? Are you a guy that goes for the I'm sorry. Man, I've been fighting a cold this whole week. Are you a fan of the guy that likes the individual that throws a lot of punches? You the guy that connects? Are you the individual that that likes the boxer that makes the connections and the punches that show the most damage? Whatever, right? This fight had it all. You had some different fight styles. You had Lomachenko, who's a very active fighter. Haney, who's a more calculated. I'm going to go to the body. I'm going to go and play some defense. I'm going to make it dirty. All right. So this is kind of back and forth. Both guys were trying to insert their styles, and they both did. And there was a couple of rounds could have gone either way. But my take on this, the reason why I say it should have been a draw, at least should never been a unanimous decision. However, I had Lomachenko winning the fight. And I'm going to tell you why I had Lomachenko winning the fight. And the reason why he should have won the fight, or maybe this should have been a draw. All right. To me, Lomachenko was the aggressor over and over again throughout the fight. He's the one pushing forward round after round. All right. He was the busier fighter. So he was the aggressor. He was throwing a lot more punches. To me, he was hitting more combinations, connecting more combinations than Haney. It was a very low percentage connection fight overall. But to me, he was definitely connecting more than Haney. Overall percentage of connection, Haney had 27%. Threw 405 punches, landed 110. Lomachenko, again, the busier fighter, threw 564 punches, landed 124 punches. That's 14 more punches than Haney, 22% connection rate. Again, Lomachenko was busier. He was the aggressor. He was the one moving forward and backing down Haney. That's what I saw. All right? He landed more punches and he threw more punches. That's the kind of fighter I like to see. Next, Lomachenko never looked hurt or wobbled. I don't think Haney looked hurt in the sense of getting knocked out. However, he did look unstable at a couple of rounds, and I'm going to show you a clip around 10, around 11. And from the receiving ends of a lot of flurries from Lomachenko. And the reason why is this. Look, Lomachenko, both guys did not connect a lot of jabs because they were throwing a lot of like combinations, man. So the jab game was only like a 9 difference, but Lomachenko threw 250. Power punches. Lomachenko threw 314, landed 95. Haney threw 217. That's almost 100 less than Lomachenko landed 90. So the percentage is higher. So I think that's what the judges saw. But what I saw is Lomachenko had Haney on at least 2 occasions on a position where he overwhelmed them with combinations and made him look a little unstable on his feet. Not to get knocked out, but if it was a puncher with more power than Lomachenko, who's not recognized, who's not known for his power, he would have definitely put Haney on his ass. But again, that's what I saw. I never saw Lomachenko unstable at all. Yes, there were some connections by Haney, but I think Lomachenko had Haney unstable on his feet for a couple of times. So that's where I see the difference maker on why I think Lomachenko should have won. I think it was a busier fighter. He was the aggressor. Right? He landed more punches. He threw more punches. I'm not saying that Haney fought a bad fight. I didn't say it was close. But basically, this should have been a draw. At worst, not a unanimous decision. But I do give Lomachenko the edge, and Lomachenko should have won this fight. That's my take. That's on me. That's my book there. Let me see. Let me show you this Lomachenko clip real quick, and I'm gonna kind of talk through this. I'm gonna tell you why I think what I just said. I'm gonna back up what I just said with this clip I'm about to play here from ESPN. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. And I should have had this share already done. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and share this clip. That's why I think, again, Lomachenko in my book won the fight. It should have been, I guess, a draw at worst. Here we go. Let's go ahead and share my screen. Let's get back here to the and I'm going to go ahead and get out of it. Oops. Let me go back here to the live screen. I'm going to go ahead and view it on the ESPN tab, and I'm going to go ahead and play it. So here we go. So here, this is round 7. One of the rounds that I saw Haney get unstable. It was a good round. I think it was back and forth here. Now take a look at Lomachenko. This is round 8. He hit him there. And then look at Lomachenko. That's where they kind of looked at Haney. Look at Lomachenko kind of move forward. He's the one attacking most of the time. Haney is throwing, but Haney's backing out most of the fight. Here's Lomachenko jab. Watch the flurry of combinations in round 10 right here. And I kind of picked this. But this is the round that I think Haney was actually, look, he was unstable. This happened in a couple of rounds. He got hit there. Look at his face, mouth open. And, of course, Haney tied up a lot. Lomachenko definitely overwhelmed him with punches. Here we go. Another jab hard. All this to me that made the most impact were from Lomachenko. Haney's head was moved back a lot, all right? A lot of this combination happened and forth. So what you just saw here was a lot of combinations that, to me, Lomachenko was able to put on. So, and I'm sorry, the clip that I should have watched this beforehand, but the clip didn't give Lomachenko a lot of justice. But there, that's what I saw. I honestly saw him be the more active fighter, and to me, connected to more combinations. Lomachenko was robbed in my book. I'm telling you, Lomachenko was robbed in my book. It's what I have to say. It is what it is. But again, Lomachenko, I don't think he's going to run it back. He's old, man. He's 35. They should run it back. I think Lomachenko should run this back, and knowing that he could definitely hit Haney and Haney's power is not going to affect him, they should run this back 100%. Absolutely run it back 100%. Great fight, by the way, though. I'm not taking anything away from the fight. The fight was awesome. It was a back and forth fight. Again, I would have been happy with a draw. I don't think it was the right decision to give Haney a unanimous decision. I'm not saying it should have been a split decision. Should have been Lomachenko or a draw. That's the bottom line. It was a back and forth fight, not as convincing as those scores given by the judges. Wow. Now let's talk about some Lakers here, bro. Woohoo! Man, the Nuggets came to LA, did what they've been doing all series long. Jamal Murray put on his big boy pants like he's been doing in the playoffs. Remember, Jamal Murray has been averaging like over 30, easy. 37 points this time around. Had 30-something the second game. Had 31 in the first game. He has been balling. I know everybody's been giving the Joker the attention because of his great stat line, but man, Jamal is Jamal, baby. Jamal has been doing this low key for the Nuggets. Everybody forgets about bubble Jamal Murray, man. Jamal Murray, at the bubble, carried the Nuggets to the conference finals, doing the same thing in the playoffs, averaging 30-something points. I mean, hitting 30-point games like there was nothing. And, last night in the first half, my man went bonkers with 30, hit 4 threes. I mean, he ended up with 38 points. He carried the load because Jokic was nowhere to be found. Foul trouble. I mean, he went for like 4 for 12, I think, in the first half, 10 points. Did not have his Jokic, all-around presence. And look, it was insane. Jamal just carried that team. And the crazy thing is, after that blow-up by Jamal blowing up in the first half, the Nuggets were only up by 3. The Nuggets were only up by 3 at the half. Third quarter, it was back and forth. And the surrounding cast helped the Joker, who picked up his 4th foul early in the third quarter, who set most of the third quarter out, pick up the slack for the Joker not having a good game and also not being able to play because he was in foul trouble. I mean, the supporting cast of the Nuggets are unbelievable because, look, KCP had himself 17 points, huge second half, hit like 3 3-pointers in the second half, went 4 for 7 overall. All right, let me go ahead. And next you have, let me share my screen real quick. And, of course, you also had Aaron Gordon, who played solid minutes, did not reflect it in the stats, but he actually played center a lot while Jokic was out, and a couple of key rebounds, bodied a couple of people. See, this is what people need to understand, man. Some of these minutes when your star player is injured, it's key. It is very, very key. I mean, and that's what Aaron Gordon did. He put up some major minutes. I mean, he played a total of 32 minutes, only 7 points and 4 and 3 rebounds, but there were minutes that he was guarding AD, minutes he was guarding Hachimura, guarding the middle. He was helping. Michael Porter Jr. was putting up threes like it was candy, bro. Went 4 for 10. This kid needs to slow down and play a little more mid-range. He could shoot the rock. Don't get me wrong. He could shoot the 3. 4 to 11, but he had a huge game on the rebounding tip here. 10 rebounds. You don't know how huge that is when Jokic is in the bench and only has 6 points or 6 rebounds for the whole game. He had 14 huge points, hit some big threes, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal. He was huge. They needed that from MPJ. Nikola Jokic at the end came back, had a huge fourth quarter after disappearing for the entire first half and not playing most of the third quarter. He scored like 14 points in the first half, in the second and the fourth quarter, and ended up, not a Jokic game, but 24 points, 8 assists, had himself 6 rebounds, even had a steal, made some clutch buckets and 1 in the fourth quarter. Jamal picked it up in the fourth quarter, dropped those 7 points because he was shut out in the third quarter. Jamal Murray was, but he came out like a house of fire. All right, knocking a couple of three, knocking a 3 and some tough N1 buckets. I mean, the kid is just tough, man. Don't forget about Jamal, man. He's been doing this since the freaking bubble. Put some respect on Jamal's name. And again, Bruce Brown had himself an unbelievable series. I mean, he was having himself an unbelievable series, but had a huge game. Another guy picked up the slack while Jokic was down on the scoring side, had 5 assists, but also this guy plays defense, man. He is guarding Austin Reeves. He is guarding LeBron James. He is guarding freaking D'Angelo Russell. He is guarding everybody that throw at him. These guys always getting switched. And he sometimes was even guarding, what's his name, AD at the bottom. Big difference of the game. The reason why this game was a decision for the Nuggets was the 3-point shooting. Nuggets shot 41%, hit 17 threes. The Lakers shot 31%, which they've only been struggling. LeBron finally hit 3 3-pointers this time around, went 3 for 9, but they only hit 10. Big difference. That's plus 21. That's plus 21 right there, if I made the math. No, I'm sorry. That's plus, there's a difference of 7. Yes, plus 21. Now, the Lakers were controlling some part of the game. They made comebacks. They were down by 14 early, but they just keep rallying back, and they won the offensive rebounding battle and the overall rebounding battle from the Nuggets, which has been the other way around. And this is one thing about the Nuggets, right? And before I go on the Lakers side, the Lakers, big two. Davis had 18 boards, 28 points. You can't ask for more than anything in that. LeBron James finally hit three 3-pointers, went 3 for 9. 3 of them were huge in the third quarter where they made some runs. The Lakers made a few runs in this game. And again, Austin Reeves, you got to mention this kid, man. AR-15 is likes to shoot up, man. He likes to shoot up them rounds, baby. Empty that clip. He had himself 23 points, 3 out of 5 from beyond the arc, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He is actually giving them the support they can. Rui Hachimura, again, off the bench, solid 34 minutes. Again, he plays good defense. He's a body that's out there that's loose and active, 13 points, but they're just not enough. Bottom line here is that the Nuggets are a much better team. They are better coached. They have a more cohesive offense and I guess plan. Because one thing I noticed in this series, and last night was showed up again. Every time the Lakers made a run and knocked that lead down to like 2 points, and the Nuggets were struggling to defend, to score. At one point when the Lakers went up by 1 or 2, there's a thing that the Nuggets do, man. They call a timeout, they get in the huddle, they come up with a play, come back out and score right away. They stop the bleeding. There was a couple of occasions where the Lakers were making 9-2 runs, man, took the lead. Here comes the Nuggets. Hit a couple of quick buckets out of the timeout. They have a gift as a unit. And I guess you also got to give the head coach a lot of props because, Malone, got to give him a lot of props because he's putting this team together and coaching this team and giving them the plays because they come up and they just change the momentum really quick. When you have a team that's coming after you and you're struggling like the Lakers were last night, making these runs after runs, trying to cut the lead down, even take over the lead, and then the team doesn't panic. All right, they just come back, execute, score a quick 4 points, kill the momentum for the Lakers. That happened over and over again last night until the Lakers were broken down. Because this is like a heavyweight fight, right? So far, every single round has been won by the Nuggets. They could take punishment, but they are able to figure it out, not panic, stick to the game plan, stick to the plan that you've been training for all year long, and keep true to themselves in order to not let the Lakers get over them. And it is a beauty. It's a beautiful thing to watch how much better coached and led the Nuggets are than it is the Lakers. That's true. They're on the verge. The Lakers are on the verge of getting swept. That's just the bottom line. That is just the bottom line. They're on the verge of getting swept because the Nuggets are a much better team. They don't have the biggest superstars. That's Anthony Davis and LeBron James, the second greatest player of all time. But they do have 2 pretty darn good superstars. A 2-time MVP who gets clowned for being privileged and entitled. He was given his 2 MVPs. All right, go back to Sam Perkins. However, they don't have another superstar like Anthony Davis, but they have a kid like Jamal Murray, who people forgot he did this a couple of years ago before he got hurt and was out for a full year in 2021. The surrounding cast play together. This team plays together. They share the ball. Starts with Jokic, who is unselfish, just plays it all around. Good game. Jamal Murray is that killer. They got that killer. I'm not going to compare them to Kobe and Shaq, but if you look at the production from Jamal and Jokic on a different type of level field, different type of game style, they are doing what Shaq and Kobe did in one of the runs to the final, annihilating their competition. All right. Both guys are playing at a next level that I don't think we've seen in a very long time, probably since Shaq and Kobe. All right. A duo like. And they just play better. Their teammates respond well to their leadership. Everybody knows their role, and everybody knows when they need to step up. Everybody knows what they need to do. It's just a beautiful thing to watch when you watch an offense that is so cohesive and well put together and well coached that it makes you smile. It does. It makes you smile, man. Let me share with you a couple of clips here. I want to share with you a couple of clips here. That I got on my TikTok page here, man. So I always like to make some reaction, funny clips, and I put on my TikTok to get a rise out of people, and it's pretty cool. It's about Jokic and stuff like that. Not Jokic, but usually I've been doing a couple of these. So let me go ahead and share my page. If you haven't subscribed, man, hit that follow button, smash that like button, all right, and go check out my social media because you're not going to be, you will be entertained. Here's what. Oh man, yeah, there we go. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry about that. I forgot to share it. Here you go. Here you go. Sorry about that. Let me go to
Oh man, what the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. Oh my.
yeah, man. I posted that right after the first half, and yeah, man, it got a bunch of it got a nice little rise out there. And let me see what else we got.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one. Another one.
There you go, baby. It's definitely going to be another one.
Another one.
It's definitely going to be another one. It's going to be another sweep for the Nuggets.
Another one.
And it's mainly another win. That's what I meant to say here. But
another one.
Talking about DJ Khaled now, man. Let's talk about DJ Khaled. Because Miami is playing tonight. And they're up 2-0, just like the Nuggets were. Are they going to go ahead and they're coming home, which is the craziest part. Are they going to come home and pull the Nuggets and go up 3-0? They play good at home. Jimmy Buckets is playing out of his mind. Go to my YouTube channel. I got a lot of content on Game 2. Breakdowns, analysis, reaction takes. Check out all the shorts I did. And honestly, I think that the Celtics should win this. And just like the Nuggets, Miami is another great coach team. Right now, that's the difference of both series. The reason why Miami is 2-0, Jimmy Butler and Eric Spoelstra, who's a GOAT, give him his damn respect, have executed better because they ran the right plays and they responded to direction. Nuggets, same thing. But I think tonight the Celtics hopefully probably break that snide and, the series will go back 2-1, but I think Miami's going to take one and it's going to go back to Boston 3-1 and then series is over. Honestly, I'm excited. I would love to see Miami and the Nuggets in the NBA Finals. I know everybody's saying, oh, that's not, everybody wants to see the Lakers and the Celtics, man, tradition, blah, blah, blah. F that shit, man. Nobody wants to see LeBron in the finals again because whoever he faces is going to lose. All right, and there you go. Another loss in the finals, but they're going to tack that visit to the finals. Oh, he's the greatest. He gets to the finals a lot. Bullshit. I don't want to see LeBron in the finals again. All right, he's been playing great for a 39-year-old, but you could see the quality of his game has eroded. And again, he's doing something that nobody has ever done at this age and at a level that he's doing it because he still had a triple-double. However, I don't want to see the Celtics either. All right, I'd rather see Miami because, again, number one, I live in South Florida, so I don't mind having that down here. There's a lot of buzz down in South Florida when the Heat actually win, man. There's a lot of parties going on, a lot of good stuff going on. So I get firsthand info and content. So, but however, I really want to see the Nuggets and Miami because number one, I want to see Jimmy win one. Not a fan. I'm not a Heat fan, but I'm a fan of Jimmy Butler's work ethic. He is that underdog chip on his shoulder kind of guy who has never had excuses. In Minnesota, people got upset because Jimmy is one of those guys that tells it like it is. He called out Karl Anthony Towns, all right, Wiggins when he was there. He told these cats, well, you guys are 10,000 times more gifted and athletic than me, but you don't put in the work. People got pissed off by that. Jimmy was saying the truth. I know it's a little difficult, but sometimes listening to the truth is what gets you over the hump. Did not want to listen. They traded him to Philadelphia. Philadelphia decided to keep Tobias Harris instead of Jimmy, signed Tobias Harris instead of Jimmy because of probably that same deal. He is a guy that's going to call you out. People don't like sometimes to hear the truth from hardworking individuals because Jimmy gets in the freaking gym at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning at the beginning of the season to start. So he sets that trend. He leads by example. So when he went to Miami, he was 100% the fit for the Heat culture. Heat culture is built different. Heat culture make players into winners. Undrafted free agents and players into individuals that contribute and have a career in the NBA. I've seen it firsthand here. As a matter of fact, they have 3 guys in the roster right now that did not get drafted. All right, Vincent, Duncan Robinson, Strus, all these freaking guys are contributing at a high level and are a big reason why they're 2-0 on the Celtics and they're 2 games away from making the finals. I want to see I want to see the Nuggets and the Heat because I like the mentality of both teams, how well they play together. That's another thing. Their team mentality, they play for each other. Jimmy says it every single time. Jimmy Butler, every time they interview him, and every post game, he goes, "My team, man, I play with a bunch of dogs. We play together. All right, we know what to do. We know how to execute. We have each other's back." Same thing for the Nuggets, man. When somebody gets interviewed, they say how much big the team is, and they put the team up in place, man. You know, it's not about I am LeBron James, the second greatest player of all time, and I'm the reason why we're gonna make it. Jason Tatum, who is built different, guy's nasty. He said, humbly, I am humble, but I am one of the greatest players in the game. Big difference from both matchups. Celtics and Lakers are all about the superstar, are all about the main dude, the main man, while the Heat and the Nuggets are all about the team and watching and having each other's back when they need to. That's it, man. That's the reason why I want to see Denver and the Heat. It is time for some new blood in the NBA championship, baby. All right? Woo, had a lot. Man, had a lot going on today, man. That Vasiliy Lomachenko fight got me excited last night. Thank you, everybody. For anybody who watched, I appreciate you. Right now, we are live today on Twitter, YouTube, and Rumble. These have become my 3 main go-to live streams locations here. I don't have Facebook. I do have Facebook only personally. I need to create like a Facebook Live, like a group chat and stuff, so I could go ahead and stream through there too. But I'm very happy. If you are watching on Rumble, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, please smash that like and the subscribe button. Same thing for Rumble. I appreciate all the views, the watch, even the listens I'm getting on my audio platforms because I try to do both. This goes into audio as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate the love. My YouTube channel, man, the last couple of weeks, I've gained 83 subscribers, a bunch of views. I am redirecting my efforts into going a different route and rebranding the channel through different type of contests, man. My whole point is to give out content to anybody that subscribes, listens, or watches in a bunch of different forms that you're satisfied with, man. So thank you very much for watching and listening. Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast signing out. Peace.